Hello everybody, what's up? It's Ace back to another deck profile video. We just got some update, new support from Vendread, and I'm freaking loving it so far. One of my favorite decks in Master Duel, and actually overall, because I just love the zombie stuff right now, man. You see my other stuff I'm playing with zombies are like strictly on my mind. I'm updating my other one, but now that I got new support for Vendread, I'm just freaking loving it. So we have 3 new cards in total for Vendread support. We have Scar of the Vendread. We don't know what it does. Basically, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Vendread spell and track off from your deck to your hand. And if a monster on the field is tributed while this card is in graveyard, except during the damage step, you can banish one other zombie monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And if you do while this face of cards on the field, you cannot special summon monsters except Vendread monsters. And you can only use each effect of Scar Vendread once per turn. But it's an easy level 6 for Vent Slayer. It gets a spell and track card back to your hand, so you can stuff like that. That's why I'm actually putting in Vendread Origin, just to like kind of get that card in my hand. My opponent has some like a lot of leveling monsters, because surprisingly enough, it does really good like versus like Sword Soul or something like that, where you just chip it off one of their combo pieces, and yeah, it's pretty cool. We got that going on. We have the new ritual spell. He would say 2 of one. I don't know what people talking about, man. 3 of this card for me. It's basically what the deck really needed for me to actually pop off my effects. But we'll zoom into it. So we got Ravenous Vendread. I special summon a Vendread monster from my hand, deck, or graveyard in face down defense position, except Vendread Scavenger, which is the new Vendread ritual monsters. I didn't even pay attention to that. Then apply the following effects. I can ritual summon any ritual Vendread monster from my hand or graveyard, attributed monsters you control, including the special summon monster by this effect, whose total level equal or exceeds the level of ritual monsters. You can only activate 1 Ravenous Vendread per turn. And I think this actually goes for cards in your hand too, because sometimes I use it goes, but basically by special summoning a Vendread monster, you get the added effect of your Vendread monsters having that banishment effect. If they, well, not banishment effect, but like if Revenant is attributed for a ritual monster on the field, you can banish a special summon monster your opponent controls. If Hound is used on the field, you can banish the spell and track card your opponent controls. And Vendread Amina for the whole banish any monster you're destroyed by your opponent with this card comes in clutch too. And it's a really cool recycling effect. And the last but not least, the last of the new cards we got is Vendread Scavenger. Vendread Scavenger is really cool. Basically, you can tribute any zombie monster. This card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's original attack until the end phase. You can get this man up pretty high in attack if you tribute one of your other bigger Vendread monsters. So it comes out really cool. And if you control Vendread Slayer and this card is in graveyard, you can special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. And you can only use each effect with this card once per turn. So basically, you can have a Vendread Slayer on the field and a Vendread Scavenger. And you can actually put in the effect of, if you tribute Vendread Slayer for Vendread Scavenger's effect, if Vendread Slayer was ritual summoned while on the field, you can basically pop off Vendread Slayer's effect of just adding cards to your hand and sending he sends a Vendread monster from my deck to the graveyard. So really cool effect. Those are the only 3 new cards you got from Vendread, but they are really clutch in it. They are really clutch. Ritual support for this deck, I usually just do great, mind you. I'm still testing it out. So this is an indefinite build. Something you can base off of just for combo wise and stuff. I'm running the Incantation Candle, Incantation Talismandra. I want to put the other ones in there. I want to actually put the other Vendread Ritual monster. I'm still testing this deck out, so I actually might, like in the future, or just playing the game overall if I like it or not. But I would say definitely if you're making a Vendread deck right now, include this new include the new ritual card. It comes in such clutch for this deck. Severe Polys, it probably would be better if I had the zombie support. But honestly, a lot of people play Dark Monsters, so starting Venom's never a bad choice. And my Nether Soul is never a good, so I can't really synchro some of that butt, so don't pay no mind to this. This is actually just like kind of like my other support I usually put in here for it. And I'm still working on some of the other extra deck cards, so don't pay no mind. But we also did include the Vendread Reorigin to the deck. Basically, you contribute all your opponent's monsters, especially some of the Vendread token that's the same level of that attributed monster. And the Vendread Daybreak is such a fun card. You basically, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, I can target a ritual monster or one of my ritual Vendread monsters I control and destroy all cards on the field except the chosen monster. Though it cannot attack directly while it remains face up on the field, I can only activate one Vendread Daybreak once per turn. So it's a pretty cool card. I'm testing out with it too. It's like if I have one Slayer or something and stuff gets negated, it goes through. It's really fun. If you guys enjoyed Vendread like as much as I do, definitely consider building this deck. Maybe include more zombie support into it, or just make a pure ritual build. It's up to you guys. It's up to you basically how you want to build it, or even just be glad to check this deck out. We also got another ritual deck as the Libro Masters. I plan on doing that as well for my next video. But stay tuned for the replays. Share the video. I really like the Vendread